I'm Leslie Avila filling in for Jessica Raven, and your Skyline Scoop starts right now.
Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a salute to the Texas flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may pray, meditate, reflect, or remain respectfully silent. At this time, you may begin.
Please remember our mission statement, unity and effort.
Pride and result. And this year's motto, Skyline Pride, I own it. Have a great day, Raiders.
Do you want to win a GoPro, gift card, or camera drone? If so, please stop by the library to get details about a cell phone film contest the City of Dallas, the Texas Theater, and the Dallas Public Library is holding. The due date is not until February 10th, so you have plenty of time to work on your film. Now let's turn it over to Ms. Horner and see what else they have going on at the library.
Hey everyone, Ms. Horner's Book Corner right here. This is a brand new session we'll be doing. And once every couple weeks, I'll be doing a book recommendation or anti-book recommendation. And hopefully, we will be having guest speakers as well. So today, I have two of my very, very favorite books. And for those of you that come to the library regularly, you'll be familiar with both of them already, because I usually recommend them to just about everyone. So my first one is an old favorite, Looking for Alaska by John Green. This was his first book, and this is by far, I think, his best book. It is a realistic fiction book, and you will really, really love this. It's about a girl named Alaska and her tales as she goes through school, meeting new friends, which takes a very, very dark turn. My next favorite, and you may have seen the movie earlier this year, I believe it was in the spring, is Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon, who is actually a local person. And this is about a sick girl who is stuck in her house. She can't go anywhere, she can't leave, she can't get in the car, she can't go to school. And again, this also takes a dark turn with her mother and her new boyfriend. This is also a realistic fiction book, but a little romancy. So if you like realistic fiction, or you like romance, or you like a combination of both, this will fit both of your types of genres that you like. So I hope that you like the 2 books that I recommended, and I'll be coming back in a couple of weeks with some new books to recommend. And if you're interested in checking these books out, make sure you come by the library to come and check them out from us. Thanks so much.
If you are retesting next week, then you need to make sure you know what to do each day. Retesting students will eat lunch at 10 a.m. and report to the testing room at 10:30. Please check the large signs posted throughout the main building for room assignments. Here's Jordan Alejandra in this week's Tea Time. I wonder who they're drinking with this week.
Hi, I'm Jordan Allen.
Hi, I'm Alejandra Castañeda.
And this is
Miss Castro Garcia. I teach architecture cluster, and my room is G16.
Okay, so how did your dreams change when you became an adult?
I think when I became an adult, I realized that you have to be ready for change and drastic change, but I think all my goals and dreams are there, and I've accomplished all of them.
how do you transition from Thanksgiving to Christmas? You know, you put out a little Santa Claus in front of your line, or
A Christmas tree,
a
the
few
lights.
gnomes.
I love Christmas, so yes. So I take out all my pumpkins out and I start putting Christmas lights, Christmas tree. This year is the first year I get to decorate our house. And so fireplace is ready to go and the Christmas tree is up.
Do you set out cookies for Santa Claus?
I hadn't, but I will this year.
Okay.
You're
welcome, Santa.
How did you handle the stress of your career?
I think handling the stress is hard, but I love to draw and I love watching movies, so I kind of just tone it down and relax.
Do you go to Black Friday sales, you know, or shop on Cyber Monday?
I actually love to shop, but I've never done a Black Friday. And so I did do some shopping this weekend, but not on Friday. We did some furniture shopping. And then I do online shopping too.
Why not Black Friday?
I like to shop, so I don't like the stress.
Oh, if you were a student here at Skyline, what cluster would you choose besides your own?
Well, as you know, I was part of the architecture cluster, so I actually graduated from Skyline and went through the cluster. But I think I would probably choose interior design or fashion. I think those would have been my other two.
Do you eat here at Skyline?
I eat my lunch because I bring my lunch, and then I eat at the cafe whenever it's open.
So what do you bring, like?
Usually leftovers.
Leftovers, okay.
Yeah,
Guys?
I'd make a good long big dinner so I can have some leftovers for my husband and I.
What's your favorite leftover?
I think it would be my fiesta salad, so Fritos and white rice and kind of what we used to have at school back then.
We still have that.
It's a little different. It's a little different from when I was here, though. But yes, it's good.
Great, okay. Well, thank you, Ms. Castro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're done, guys. Was that good enough for you?
There's one more opportunity for you to get tutoring in before testing next week. Come to Saturday school from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for testing preparations. We have a lot of teachers on campus that graduated from Skyline, so we thought we would ask them a few questions about the history of Skyline. Here's Jessica and Kristen with alumni trivia.
Good morning, Raiders. Today I'm here with...
This is Coach Leal here from Skyline High School. I was a graduate of 1995. I coach girls softball, and I graduated from the University of Texas at San Antonio.
Today we have a few trivia questions for Coach Leal. And the first is, do you know how Skyline got its name?
I would assume it was inspired by the downtown area. I remember growing up as a kid driving down Buckner or coming up Jim Miller and being able to look towards downtown Dallas, and I've always assumed that that's where the name has come from, but I could be wrong.
Okay, next is, do you know when Coach Mayo was coaching at Skyline?
I believe Coach Mayo was here from the beginning of the time when the school may have opened back in, I guess, 72, 73, and he was here, I would guess, to around maybe 2010.
Okay. And do you know when the Mayo Gym was named after him?
It was named after him right after I think they made a decision on that right after the facility started to come up, and it was probably, I guess the sign was maybe put into place about 2 years ago, and I think a final decision was made on it maybe about 3 to 4 years ago.
And last question, do you know about the salt, pepper, and cinnamon?
The salt, pepper, and cinnamon deal. That's the first I've heard it referred to as that. I would assume it had to do with the segregation of kids. I remember growing up when I was in school over here, the Hispanic kids would tend to go to one side of the cafeteria. The African American kids go to the other side, and what little of the white population was here kind of stayed in the cafeteria. And as the school has kind of evolved over the years, it started to be more of the Hispanics on one side of the gym, the African American kids on the other side of the gym, and I guess around maybe 2008, 2009, we had administration came in and basically placed all the kids on one side of the gym. And so that's kind of helped with a lot of things, but of course I think a lot of kids make those decisions. It's just a natural decision. I don't think it has anything to do with race or not liking each other.
Okay, and what is one funny memory you have from when you were attending Skyline?
One funny memory that I may have, oh man, I had a coach back when I was in school over here by the name of Coach Tovar, and I never will forget, we were in a playoff game versus DeSoto High School on a Friday night at DeSoto, and we basically got embarrassed. It was like 17-8 or so. We basically got ran out of the ballpark. The next day we showed up for batting practice over here, and Coach Tovar was a no-show. We had no coach to get on the bus with us. So we ended up having to get on the bus. We had to wait on the JV coach to get here. He was always late. And so we hopped on the bus and went to Pleasant Grove, and Coach Tovar showed up about game time, and we ended up winning both games and advancing to the next round. So I think we got the last laugh on him.
And that was Coach Leal for you guys. We'll see you next week.
Students, if you are tardy to class 3 times, you will spend the rest of your period in ISS. 6 tardies will put you in ISS for the entire day, and you will have a parent conference. Get to class on time so you don't get in the Raider Roundup. And now Steven Salazar is back with a look at your weather, as only he can.
What's up, Skyline? I'm Steven Salazar bringing you a weather update for this weekend. This is our first week back, and we are thinking about our next second long break. Well, before we get to that, today's temperature will be as high as 69 degrees Fahrenheit. I bet no one's grade is higher than today's temperature. I guarantee that. There will be a 51% chance of humidity. The air will be as moist as a tres leches pineapple upside down, red velvet caramel macchiato, vanilla bean, arroz con leche, cherry on the top, chocolate cake. Yes, chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. And wind speeds will be up to 6 miles per hour. Saturday's weather will be as temperature as high as 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Moderate weather, a mediocre weatherman, a ginormous dog crate. You know what they say about ginormous dog crates? Jump cut. There will be 10-mile winds with a speed of 10 miles. Or in other cases, there will be 16.0934 kilometers of zephyrs with a momentum of 58% humidity. Sunday's weather will have a temperature of 75 degrees Fahrenheit. The same thing as Saturday, except with 10% chance of precipitation. Because water is upon us, let's go into some shower thoughts. Think about it. Number 1, New Year's Eve of 2017 will be the only day every adult was born in the 90s, and every minor was born in the 2000s. Number 2, if you're not supposed to eat late at night, why is there a lie in the refrigerator? Number 3, when you clean a vacuum cleaner, you become the vacuum cleaner. That's all for this week, guys. I'll see you next time.
If you are planning to be a member of the 2018 Boys Track and Field program, please report to the track by 4:30 and plan to stay until 6 each day. The mini camp will continue through December 15th. For more details, see coaches Brown, Grace, Turner, or Shea. Don't forget to have physical forms and registrations in rank1sport.com. Boys and girls soccer players, 12th graders, and all goalies will try out today. Now, to catch you up on the sports scene around campus, here's Tony Green and the Skynet Sports crew with all the action from the past week.
Good morning, Raiders. I'm Tony here, bringing you your sports coverage for the week. This Tuesday, the Lady Raiders took on the Duncanville Panthers here at the Mayo Gym. Starting things off, we have Jackson with a long pass to Thomas, driving it in to make a layup. Next, Miles passes the ball to Thomas, making a three-pointer. Thomas then makes another layup. Now Thomas misses a three-pointer, but Miles catches the rebound and makes the layup. Lastly, a good connection between Thomas and Miles makes an easy 2 points. Unfortunately, the Lady Raiders lost 47-80. Before Thanksgiving, we promised we'd give a proper goodbye to the football season. Here's Coach Grace with a recap of this season, followed by some of our favorite football highlights.
The strengths of the team was probably our junior class. We're going to be returning 9 defensive starters and 6 offensive starters for next year. One of the weaknesses for our team this year was overall experience from the previous season. We played a lot of kids this year who hadn't had any varsity experience. Honestly, this season was kind of a roller coaster. We had good games and bad games. On our bad games, the thing that hurt us the most was penalties. But like I said, playing inexperienced players, you're going to have those costly penalties at costly times in the game. Well, the expectation is always to make the playoffs, number one, win district, but everything is going to be predicated upon how much the kids put in the off-season, how much dedication do they have, how much discipline they have to come to practice. The best game of the season probably was Lake Highlands. It was a back-and-forth affair. Lake Highlands started out on top of us. We came back. We took the lead in the second half, and the defense made a dramatic goal line stand at the end of the game to win the game.
That's been it for this week, Raiders. Make sure to come out and support your teams, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
We received a lot of signups for our new segment, Skyline's Got Talent. Remember, if you want to be discovered, come sign up in Studio G51. Now here's Lucas with our next talented student.
Hello Skyline, my name is Lucas and welcome to Skyline's Got Talent, where we show you the most talented people here at Skyline. Today, we have Marcus and Shaddai. So how long have y'all been singing?
I have been singing for my whole life.
Since I was 3.
And why did you guys start singing? What was y'all's inspiration to start singing?
My whole family did it, and I grew up doing it. It's like one of the things our family does.
Family thing and church choir.
And what was y'all's favorite singer?
Demi Lovato, because I love what she stands for.
Sam Smith and Logic, because they speak the truth about things I relate to.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna give y'all a little space for you guys to show us what you got and sing for us.
Yes, I do. I believe that one day I will be where I was, right there, right next to you. And it's hot, and the day just seems so dark. The moon, the stars are nothing without you. Your touch, your skin, where do I begin? No words can explain the way I'm missing you. And it's hard, and the emptiness is holding up inside. These tears, they tell their own story.
Told me not to cry when you were gone. But the feeling's overwhelming, it's much too strong. Can I lay by your side, next to you, and make sure you're alright? I'll take care of you. I don't want to be here if I can't be with you tonight. I'm reaching out to you. Can you hear my calls? Oh, this hurt that I've been through. I'm missing you like crazy. Ooh. Told me not to cry when you were gone. But the feeling's overwhelming, it's much too strong. Can I lay by your side, next to you, and make sure you're alright? I'll take care of you. I don't want to be here if I can't be with you tonight. Oh, lay me down tonight. Lay me by your side. Lay me down tonight. Lay me by your side. Can I lay by your side, next to you?
That was awesome. You guys did really, really good. If you want to be part of Skynet, make sure to come by G51, and we have a sign-up sheet there. You can just sign up and be part of the Skyline's Got Talent. But yeah, thank you guys, and see you next week.
A week just wouldn't be a week without a weekly review, now would it? So with a look at the week that was, here's Angel Galvin in your week in review.
Hi, my name is Angel Galvin, and this is your week in review. Tensions between North Korea escalated on Tuesday. North Korea fired an intercontinental ballistic missile on Tuesday that flew both higher and longer than previous such launches, a bold act of defiance against President Trump after he put the country back on a list of state sponsors of terrorism. But Defense Secretary Jim Mattis expressed greater concern, emphasizing what he said were technical advances on display in the 53-minute flight, which began when the missile was launched northeast of the capital, Pyongyang, and ended nearly 600 miles to the east when it landed in the Sea of Japan. North Korea said Wednesday that it was successfully tested its Hwasong-15, a newly developed ICBM that it said it could deliver heavy nuclear warheads anywhere in the continental United States. This was President Trump's response.
A missile was launched a little while ago from North Korea. I will only tell you that we will take care of it. We have General Mattis in the room with us, and we've had a long discussion on it. It is a situation that we will handle.
Now that Turkey Day is behind us, it is time to look forward to Christmas. But don't page out of these people's book when it comes to Christmas tree shopping. Well, this seems like a good way to get pulled over. Police officers in Sudbury, Massachusetts reminded locals to safely transport their Christmas trees home after a cop pulled over a driver whose car seemed to be drowning in forest. Sudbury PD would like to remind you to transport your holiday trees responsibly, read on a post of the department's Facebook page that's gone viral. The tree, which was purchased on Black Friday, looks so massive that some commenters joked that the shrub was headed for New York City's Rockefeller Center. For the record, that tree, a 70-foot Norway spruce, is way bigger. It's news that may be hard to bear, but the abominable snowman may just be a big Asian bear. Charlotte Lindqvist, a biologist specializing in bears, has analyzed DNA specimens purportedly from yetis found in the Himalayan mountains for a new paper published in the British science journal Proceedings of the Royal Bee Society. The 9 samples came from the so-called yeti bones, fur, and other animal material. After rigorous testing, they all turned out to be bear parts except for one yeti tooth that actually belonged to a dog. The study also determined that Himalayan brown bears split off from the rest of the regional bear population several thousand years ago, making them genetically distinct from other brown bears. And now, enjoy your clip of the week. This has been your Week in Review, and remember, I don't own it. You don't own it. We own it.
That's all we have for this week, Raiders. Remember to catch up on all things Skyline by following us at Skynet Broadcasting. And you can take Skynet with you anywhere you go by texting at SKYN to 81010 to receive mobile broadcasts of your Skyline Scoop. Until next time, I'm Leslie Avila saying we are capable of infinity more than we believe. Catch you next week, Skyline.
Move it in that seat. Now, I'll tell you how Floyd the barber back home used to cut my hair. What he done was he'd leave it a little long in the back, then he'd cut off the sideburns here about, say even with the ear hole. Then he'd trim a little bit off the top and rub in some pomade and part it on the side and make a little rabbit ridge up here in front. Then he'd comb it wet, okay? Well, it ain't exactly like Floyd the barber back home would have done it, but after all, it's just your first time.